Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is going to be for the waning moon period from April 14th until April 22nd, when we have the new moon in Taurus. And this is the week right after the full moon in Libra we've just had. It's a time when energy is really slowing down, when we're wrapping up loose ends. It's a time for us to withdraw and focus on self-care and healing. Allow for the release of old ideas, beliefs, and situations. And it's also a really amazing time to reflect on your personal growth. What worked, what didn't work. Okay, and it's also, again, a great time of healing and preparing your new ideas and preparing for new beginnings. What is it you want to manifest with this new moon in Taurus coming up on the 22nd? So Leo, without further ado, let's invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, and our spirit guides to this space to deliver the messages that Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs need to hear. Messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs from April 14th through April 22nd. Messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Ooh, the King of Pentacles wants to pop out. You might be dealing with an earth sign. It might have to do with your health or your job or your material abundance, family. Leo, April 14th through April 22nd. I love it. There you guys are, showing up in your own reading. Means you're doing pretty good. My Leos out there are aligned. Yes. Yeah, Leo. All right. Overall energy, yes, Leo, cha-ching. The Wheel of Fortune card, things are moving in your favor. The Wheel of Destiny, this is meant to happen, but things are really going your way. This could be good fortune, this can be love, this can be abundance. This is you dealing with change and doing it seamlessly. Underneath that, you have Temperance. This is the card of Sagittarius. Balance. For some of you, this is healing. This is patience. This is your connection with the divine. The Temperance card is based on the archetype of Iris, who is a messenger to the gods. She has one foot dipped into the water, which could be the spiritual world or your emotions. The other one planted right firmly where it needs to be in the everyday. So remember that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, and I may be speaking to some earth angels. The Page of Wands in reverse, this is Aries, Leo, Sag energy. This could be a message, some sort of message that might have stopped you in your tracks, or may have gotten you feeling down, or might have stolen your momentum, but it looks like you're healing and things are moving and picking right back up. So my Leos, your strength is commendable, and we see it happening all over this reading. So whatever that message might have been, or whatever that new beginning was that didn't really get off the ground, it's okay, because you guys are showing up as water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, as the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is oftentimes my card of being soulmates. It could have to do with your childhood, could have to do with your family. I love that we're seeing, these different generations here showing up. This is about childhood joy and bliss, and some of you might be relaxing into your sort of new routines and feeling just happy and doing things that you haven't done since you were a child again. Okay, it's a beautiful energy. Some of you might be in union, or might be thinking about, manifesting a soulmate type relationship. This can also be a card of a reunion. So some of you might be starting to hear from somebody from your past that you didn't think you would. Now, in your surroundings, beautiful energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, the Five of Cups. Now, when the Six of Cups shows up and I see the Five of Cups, I can't help but notice these Two of Cups. For some of my Leos, this definitely has to do with a soulmate, twin flame, counterpart, union, or relationship. Now, I want to remind you that not all of our soulmate relationships are romantic, okay? Because our soulmates can come in many different forms, friends, family, pets, you name it. But This card is showing up in reverse, which is the release of sorrow and sadness. This is also a card of resourcefulness. So no matter what's happened to these 3 cups, you're still holding on to these 2 cups. The 2 of Cups is a beautiful card of balance and union. For some of you, it very well may be romantically linked. For others, it's just this soulmate energy that's undeniable, this happiness and this joy of your 2 souls being reunited. Now, what's holding you back is some sort of ending. So some of you might have to let go of something that happened to you in the past. Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. What I love about this card is this king, he has been defeated, but he put up a fight. And with this ending, he's holding on to one sword, which is him, which is the knowledge, the truth, and the understanding of what direction he needs to move in now. So in his sort of resurrection, okay, after this ending, he's not completely unarmed. He's armed with truth, and he's armed with the knowledge of what direction he needs to move in. Okay. In your foundation, yes, we have the Leo card. This is strength. This is your card. This is beautiful. You guys are in perfect alignment. You're doing what you need to do. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. This woman, she's not wearing any clothing because she just doesn't care. She feels completely comfortable and protected. She's comfortable with who she is. It doesn't matter what's going on around her. She's found the inner calm and she knows what direction she's moving in. She has unleashed a beast and she has tamed it. This is you finding your inner calm despite what's going on around you. This is you dealing with your demons and looking amazing while you're doing it. This is courage. This is I will and you are, Leo. Okay, what that's a reference to in the mantra of Leo in the zodiac is I will. And this is showing me, Leo, that you are doing it. In your recent past or in your past, I have the Nine of Swords in reverse. The Nine of Swords can be a card of high drama. The Nine of Swords is, nightmares, exhaustion. It's about anxiety. It's about worst case scenario thinking. And I actually think for a lot of you, you're releasing this, you realize that something was anchoring you in this sort of way of thinking, whether it was a relationship that was toxic, whether it was something you were doing. Maybe you were overworked and you just, all you could do was react and you weren't actually giving yourself the self-care and the self-love and finding that balance in order to not just be reacting to everybody else's energy all the time. But this showing up in the reverse really does tell me that, you're releasing that. That's something that's, something that's going away. And you do have the 9 and the 10 here of swords. So it's like this cycle, okay? This cycle of anxiousness, nervousness, negative thinking is on its way out. In coming in from above, you do have the Nine of Pentacles, and this is Venus in Virgo. This is one of my favorite cards. This is you doing it on your own. Everything that you've done, you owe it to your strength, your will, your preparation, your perseverance. This is somebody who's self-made. This is somebody who's alone and not lonely. So some of you might be in a counterpart relationship or a soulmate relationship, a marriage, whatever it might be. And, this is a card of, really finding your independence within that relationship and blossoming as a result. It's a beautiful card. I love it because it's somebody who's just done all the work and they're near completion. The 10 of Pentacles is like the jackpot card. It's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and you're almost there. You're so close. I think you can smell it. All right. In your near future, we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and there's quite a lot of Cups energy here. Some of my Leos might be Cancer, Leo, Cuspers as well. It's funny, the moon looks like exactly what the moon is doing right now, the beginning of the waning moon period. And the Eight of Cups, this is all about walking away from something, something where you've learned a lesson and sort of ending a cycle, moving on to something, that taking a journey that you really need to. So we kind of see that here. I feel like for some of my Leos, because this Eight of Cups was showing up in the reverse, it's like you're hesitant to start a new journey or to move on a journey on your own. And, I do feel like, this man here looks like he's leaving this woman. But remember, this is your energy, Leo. I feel like, for some of you, it could be just, your masculine and your feminine. And your feminine is anchored and rooted and stable. But the masculine side still has some work to do and might still need to do a little bit of journeying and a little bit of shadow work. Okay, so it could speak to a little bit of an imbalance that you have within between the masculine and the feminine. Might be something to think about. For others of you, I feel like somebody might be thinking about walking away from you. Okay, again, don't get caught up in the gender of the cards, but we do have the feminine energy and the masculine energy. And the divine masculine has been thinking about walking away, but something has made him stop and rethink. Now, it could be that, Leo, you have pivoted and you've done some healing. Okay, and that's why somebody has decided to not walk away. But this could also be your energy. You could have decided, you might have wanted to give up on a situation. But after being patient and doing the healing and putting in the work and the perseverance, that you've decided to stay. Okay, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, because we definitely have, the wheel of destiny moving in your favor. So let's go ahead and pull some additional cards for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. I'm pulling from the Energy Oracle. Indecision, look at that. You get the Eight of Cups again. Yeah, someone or something is thinking about walking away. You have to use your intuition here, Leo. You really do. You have to. What does your heart say? Is something over and you're holding on to it? Is something, you guys, when I ask you that question, your immediate response is the answer. You will know. Is something over that you need to walk away from that you're not wanting to? Okay, because I see you guys going back and forth. The door to value. Is it a job? It might not be a person. It might be a job, or it might be a side hustle. When I saw this in my mind's eye. I saw money falling from the sky, which is a really good thing. I really did. I can't remember what card it was I was thinking of, and I didn't say it because it sounded so crass. It may have been this Nine of Pentacles card. But I did see that in my mind's eye. The thinking woman. Yeah, so definitely contemplating. The feminine is definitely contemplating here. But the beauty of this card, and I always think it's so funny, she looks like Kate Middleton. But the beauty of this card is this feminine energy, she's ascending, she's moving up. And I feel like for some of you within a relationship, you might be doing the work. The feminine might be doing the work. And right now, this reading, I'm really seeing the Leo as the feminine energy here. You might be doing the work and on a path of ascension, and the masculine might be stuck. The masculine might be stuck on 3D issues, money, material goods, and you're on this spiritual journey. And it might be creating a little bit of, an imbalance for you in this relationship. And that's why Spirit's saying focus on you here, even if you're within a relationship. For those of you who are single, you're just sort of, you're trying to balance, the masculine and the feminine. And some of you are having a hard time sort of reconciling 3D stuff like paying bills. And, especially for those of us who are earth angels or star seeds, or, we're not 3D. We're not anchored in the 3D. The 3D responsibilities are really difficult. Remember, you're a spiritual being having a human experience, and that can be hard for some of us. Okay, and that could be creating a little bit of confusion here. Appreciation, this is gratitude, being grateful for what you have. This came out in the Aries reading, I believe. There's a woman, she's very prosperous. This is you, Leo. Leo, you're doing the work and you're going to receive the abundance. The fruits of your labor are going to blossom. I really see that. Spirit saying you're going to be really successful. For those of you in a relationship, I think you're really confused because I think you feel like you're doing all the work. And especially if you're if you're the feminine energy, that the masculine is kind of stuck while you're doing all of this spiritual work. Interesting. I'm going to pull some Enchanted Spell Oracle cards for you guys. These are really great cards for healing. And especially this week as we're withdrawing and we're sort of contemplating and seeing what works and what doesn't work. These cards are very helpful. Sorry, I'm not shuffling on camera. I'm just looking at this reading. Ritual. Yeah, some of you guys are definitely, you guys are healers or mystics. Star seeds, you might feel a real strong connection to the moon, but that's feminine energy. Wow. And then we have innocence. I'm going to read both of these from the book. Let's start with ritual. Ritual is all about letting go and changing phases. Some of you do need to walk away from a situation. Some of you don't need to walk away from the situation. You'll know what to do if you trust your intuition, but you need to do your own work and not focus on the other person. For those of you who are single, there's something you need to let go of. It's an idea, something that you're doing that's creating an imbalance, something that's got you, really in this in-between. This is the ritual card, has to do with indigo ink of blue woad, and it has been discovered in illuminated manuscripts written by medieval monks in the 8th century Ireland. In 7th century Britain, the dye was used to cover the body of warriors in a ritualistic manner before going into battle. Medicinally, this woad curtails blood flow and acts as a natural antiseptic. Okay, so feminine cycles as well. When the priestess of ritual appears, it's time to honor the fact that an important era in your life is coming to an end. A new phase is beginning, and with it come mixed emotions. Yeah, and we see that with the indecision cards. As you enter a brand new stage in your life, it's important to honor the past with a meaningful ritual. This ritual can help temper the waves of exhaustion, irritation, and feelings of inertia as you try to grasp onto the old energy you know so well. Okay, interesting. And then innocence, you have the words sweet, gentle, worthy. The very soul of innocence, the humble yet beautiful daisy, symbolizes summer meadows and happy-go-lucky days. So in the northern hemisphere, Leo, your birthday is summertime, right? And I was picking up on a lot of Cancer Leo energy, so that July, August time period for you. Featured regularly in medieval artworks, daisies were thought to represent purity and grace. The presence of daisies in the home can bring a happy, playful energy, one that can lift a heavy spirit and bring a feeling of lightheartedness. When this card appears, it sends a gentle reminder that feelings of guilt are seldom helpful. Some of you might feel guilty about walking away from someone or something, but it's kind of like what you have to do. As humans, we are but flawed vessels and we are making mistakes. Feelings of guilt and shame often settle in the sacral chakra and can weigh us down. And this fertility, this ritual, that's all sacral chakra work, right? That's the feminine. This has a lot to do with the divine feminine, you guys. If you find yourself judging others on their choices, you may be projecting your own guilt onto them. Going through life thinking you need to be punished or denying yourself the sweet things in life is rejecting the abundance available to us here on this earth. Innocence helps us to remember that we are all divine spiritual beings having a physical experience here on earth. Did I not just say that? And I love that we also have this crescent moon. So this new moon in Taurus, you guys, very important, Leos, that you guys focus on love and money, okay? What it is you want, what it is you desire, and what you need to do. What is it that you really need to do? Who or what do you need to walk away from? It doesn't mean you have to walk away from someone necessarily, because you could have to walk away from a feeling of guilt or shame, or a feeling that you don't somehow deserve the abundance that the earth has to offer. Gorgeous. Gorgeous energy. Final message for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Aphrodite, inner goddess. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Yeah. Some of you guys here, I'm definitely speaking to old souls. This is not your first incarnation here on earth, and you know who I'm talking to. Okay? And you're on a very, very spiritual journey. And it's very important that you focus on you and your soul's journey at this time. Don't let the 3D, okay, 3D, yeah, we do have to focus on the everyday issues, but don't let that hold you back. You're here for a much higher purpose. Don't let someone hold you back. Okay? I'm going to leave it there, you guys. I love this reading. It's a very, very spiritual reading, and it's something that changed, throughout the reading from one thing to another. And what it's changed into is something very spiritual. You guys are on a very spiritual path here. I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, I want to thank you for all the love and support you show this channel. And I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.